I am a huge fan of Gypsy, and you were just telling me there's a new production of Gypsy going up.
Yeah, I just got back
in London.
We had a first preview on Monday, and there's an actress, singer named Imelda Staunton, and I've always wanted her to play Rose. 2 years ago, she played Mrs. Lovett in London production of Sweeney Todd, and it is one of the great performances I've ever seen on the stage. In fact, when she sings Everything's Coming Up Roses, you've just never heard it before. You've never heard it.
That's fantastic. Do you think we'll have a chance maybe to see it?
There's no wood.
I would say my mouth to God's ear, but God is beside me. But just on Gypsy, one other thing. You've been, to most of us, I think, hypercritical of your own work on West Side Story, but you've talked about what you don't like about it. It seems to you too arty, you're putting words in.
It just sounds self-conscious.
Yeah, self-conscious. But in Gypsy, it seems to me that you sound like
we all had, Arthur and I, and Julie, we had the easiest time. Gypsy was written in 3 months. Amazing. That is a very short time. We all understood what it was about. Julie understood what the style of the music should be, because he was brought up in that atmosphere. Not
burlesque in the
vaudeville.
In the trains,
vaudeville.
Right.
No, and he understood burlesque, of course, but the whole idea of the 20s and 30s, that kind of vaudeville music, he understood. You know, writing West Side Story, I thought, I've got to write in the language of gangs. I'm a nice upper middle class Jewish boy from the West Side, and what do I know about this? Well, guess what? Neither did Arthur. And they knew as little as I did.
Well, it's very Upper West Side Story. Right?
But, you know, I was 25 years old, and I believed them. And as a matter of fact, the only connection with any kind of gang at all, Jerry Robbins went up to a gang dance in the Bronx, and he came back. He said, there was something so fabulous. He said, all the guys came in with individual flowers, which they presented. I'm sorry, the girls came in with individual flowers, which they presented to the guys, who put them in the cuffs of their pants, and we got to use that. And we all said, oh, Jerry, that sounds fabulous. That's just great. So we get down to dress rehearsal in Washington. The girls come on and present the guys with the flowers, and each one puts one in the cuff of his pants, and they start dancing. And the stage was a battle of flowers going into people's eyes, into their hair, their ears. It was one rehearsal, and then there were no more flowers. But that, to me, is a metaphor of how much, I won't characterize us, but let's say us for non-gang members.
For more of the New Yorker Festival, subscribe to the New Yorker channel.